Hello, welcome back to the Adventures of Xpsupernova, where today I am going to be building a very long rail system from here all the way to a mesa. I'm going to let past me take over, so let's head there now, shall we? So first of all, I have a couple of things I want to probably show you guys for this. So first of all, a ride on it so far from what I've completed. It's quite a bit of a distance, but like, it's not done yet by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it has several thousand blocks to travel until it'll actually make it there. You'll be able to see till the end of this. But I don't want to get the achievement yet until it's finished. So I'm just gonna fly along with it. And there's even a bridge. I loved making bridges back in the day, and I still kind of do. I didn't have the resources to make that fully though, so we'll have to come back and fix it up later. That'll be all done towards the end. I'm sure I'm annoying some of you by placing redstone torches in steel bases, but I'm saving resources here. This is gonna be like a more like rickety bridge right there, and then when we get onto it towards the end, there's a little junction box right here, which we can switch the direction of it if you didn't know that. Oh, come on, guys! I just want to get rid of this powdered snow. This is why I'm leaving. I'm going through a grove biome now. I was in a snowy taiga before, now it's just a grove biome. Well, I'm gonna have to go collect some cobblestone. Luckily, I already have a ton at home. And this is why I have tons of fireworks. You may be asking me, why are you making a rail? Why aren't you just gonna fly or use even the nether? Well, because rails are fun, gosh dang it. They're one of the best things in the game, in my opinion. Because they're completely impractical, yet they're kind of fun to use. You should try rails. I hope they buff them one day, though. Either way. Because, like, look at this. Nope. What the heck? Anyways, look at this. It's super fast. And nobody can tell me otherwise. Actually, whoa, this is actually kind of fast. It's not efficient by any means, and it's not the best form of transportation, but I do like it. It's also one of the most accurate, precise ways to travel, too. In case you didn't know that. Because boats are kind of accurate, but you need to have a wall beside of them. But rails, you can have a single mob at a time and transport them. It's gonna be fun seeing a huge cluster of villagers in place. I'll have to make sure they're safe, of course, when I get there. But yeah, we're gonna have a long way to go for all of this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get quite a bit of this done, and once I get to the next train station, I'll let you know. Oh, and if you wonder where I got all this gold, I just went to a badlands biome, which is where I'm actually gonna make my base too, if I didn't say that already. Yeah. Let's exit our minecart rail tracks, and yeah. We still got a long way to go. But luckily, I don't need to go back home for wood because I can just mine it over here, which is my plan all along. Because I can get tons of wood for all the torches I'll need. Looks like we've made it to a place where I'm probably gonna make a tunnel right here, which will look pretty cool actually. Oh, the spooters are. Why do spooters get to jump out of it, basically? Hey, you don't get to do this. You don't deserve to, spooters. You are not worthy. Have you beaten Master Mode for the worthy? I think not. Exactly. In Terraria, of course. I might do some Terraria if you guys want to see that by any chance, but I don't know. Again, the viewers decide the content sometimes. Not like the minecarts are particularly heavy. I mean, they are made of 5 iron ingots, which is actually, wouldn't that be like almost a train car weight, basically, at that point, kind of? Because it's like solid iron. That's the things you can kind of think about in Minecraft that don't really matter in the long term, but they're fun to think about anyways. We got a lot more of this stuff on us if we need to. So yeah, it's montage time. I would think, at least. So let's get montaging. Okay, hold up. I have to stop my montage for a second. Oh! I need to find out what's lagging my computer. It's being funny today. I'm on all my normal settings and I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna wait here for a little bit and I'll be right back. Don't know what's going on. Alrighty, I got this done, and that wasn't too bad, actually. I just need to fill this in with a bit of cobblestone. We'll get it looking a bit nicer later. That's for a different time, when I have a beacon, probably, and have the resources to do it. But until then, we'll just have it filled in with some nice, good old cobblestone. Because cobblestone's not that bad looking. At least right now. Alrighty, so I think we will work on this little segment later. But yeah, Powder Snow doesn't have anything that can mine it faster. I can't even use a shovel to do it. So it's gonna take quite a while to get this done. But yeah, we've got quite a bit more work to go. So once I've hit another biome, I'll let you guys know. Well, like a significant change in biome, like from snowy to not snowy or something like that. Well, it's probably not going to be... Well, Powdered Snow saved me this time, but it doesn't normally. What is going on with the lag today? Alrighty guys, I've made it back to a station. Well, kind of. I've made it down almost 600 blocks, I think, on rails. Over here. I mean, that would technically be enough for the achievement, but I don't want to get that until I finish the rails, because I shouldn't get the achievement until I've truly finished my rail. So it'll look really nice and then. Hopefully, of course. All things considered, at least. So I'm just building out a little place to sleep here in case I need to. Be a house for the time being. But it's not going to be a permanent house, it's just going to be like a rest stop, if anything. Don't know exactly what the design here is going to be, but it's going to be something. That's for sure. Actually, I need to move this wall back one anyways. So it'll look a little bit nicer. And we'll have to see eventually, but yeah. So we've gotten one railway done. This time I made this one a little bit closer so you can choose when you get here. I think I'll have it keep on going though. That'll probably work quite a bit better, honestly. And yeah. Oh, I forgot, but I think it's kind of... whatever. I think it's kind of like dripstone, where if you mine it with your hand, it can still drop, but nope, not for stone buttons. You learn something new every day, kind of. Yeah, there will be a door here eventually, and this will be looking a bit nicer. I mean, I'm not that good at building anyways. I do need to actually head back home to get some resources, though, unfortunately. So, why don't we ride the rails, friends? And there we go, we are back on home. We'll get a couple more pickaxes created with my minerals, because the more pickaxes, the better. We'll probably make 3. Put this back in here, because I don't want to have to keep going back and forth. Oh, you have another pickaxe there too. Have to enchant that sometime. Hopefully it'll get Silk Touch, and it'll be our new better pickaxe, probably. Although, Netherite doesn't really give a good enough upgrade for me to warrant me using it more often. Woo, 3 diamond pickaxes. Never did I ever think I would do this. I got to put mending on all of them, but I get too attached to them. Alright, I'll meet you back at the station. Alrighty, I have made it back here. And boy, oh boy is it a cozy place. Takes quite a while to travel, but that's how I like it. Nice and scenic. Well, I guess right now we're in a cave, so it's not that scenic. And yes, I'm using unenchanted diamond pickaxes. Because I don't have a villager with efficiency 5 books. I don't think so, at least. Wait, do I? Well, here's a little tour of the rail so far as I've completed it. It's gotten a pretty far distance. Oh, it's gotten a pretty far distance so far, as you can see here. But yeah, we've gotten all the way from the mountains, going through a tree. We've got that tree flying by us. And yeah. And then somewhere over here, we have a little station right here, where if I just flick this lever, I can head all the way over here, which, after a little bit of distance, will make it to a tunnel, which I can show you in a second. Maybe I'll do this for a rail tour video, actually, but yeah. We'll see. You can even see the full railway video in a different video, but yeah. So yeah. I will meet you guys at the end of it. Alright, I'm back after quite a bit of work done on the railways. As you can see... Oh wait, I just wasted coal blocks, didn't I? Or was it iron? But there's a bunch of iron here for my railways, which I had to smelt up. I also went to a mesa to go get a bunch of gold for my railways as well, which I have quite a bit of resources, I guess, for it. I've got gold here, I've gotten lots of coal. I don't know how I got those diamonds, I kind of forget. It's been a little while. And we got a bunch of netherracks, so that's going to be kind of nice. We'll use those probably for nether bricks at one point. Unfortunately, those are blast furnaces, so I can't use my beautiful coal right here to do that. Oh wait, I didn't use a coal block, it's just regular coal. It just got finished smelting, I guess. So why don't we pick that up and put it in here? We can find a different place for this netherrack, but we don't really have a place for it for now, so it'll just kind of stay here. So we'll pick this up, and let's get continuing on the rails. Well, before that actually, I need to go make more. As you can see, we've gotten quite a bit more done since there. We've gotten all the way from that little hill over here, all the way over here. Oh, and we got a polar bear here. I'm gonna make a polar bear farm one day because I can, to get my revenge on all the polar bears that have killed me in like an early survival setting. That's the real reason, my friends. That's the reason I hate polar bears. Kind of. Not in real life, though. They're just scary in real life. Anyways, it's time to get quite a bit more work done on the rails. I think my inventory corrupted because that probably should be snowballs right there and there. I'm gonna reload and I'll check out what happened. Nope, my inventory is uncorrupted after reloading. It was actually bones in what's it called? Bones and arrows from strays that I was slaying because, I mean, I obviously had to survive. Well, not really. I mean, I can tank probably 40 shots from them because my armor has projectile protection on just one piece. And projectile protection is very good against arrows. Not much else though, really. I guess arrows are projectiles though, so there's that. Anyways, I'm gonna be finishing up this little house. It's a representation of what my house used to look like back in the day when I made it on my first long-term world ever, probably, that beat the Ender Dragon, which is interesting actually. Well, that wasn't an Education Edition because I used to play it on Education Edition too, which is pretty similar to Bedrock Edition, but like a version behind almost always. Like how Bedrock used to be before they decided to have version parity, which is nice to have actually. I kind of forget the roof though because, again, I kind of don't have a copy of the world anymore, but I also think it's somewhere probably. I'll have to find out someday, but for the time being, I can look. That's what the spot was. I made a house just like this. I'm not sure why I made it out of snow in this, but it looks pretty nice actually. Nice contrast for the corners, I guess. And again, there's a couple of details I don't exactly remember, but otherwise it's a pretty accurate representation so far, minus the roof, which I believe was more snow and a glass block. And these were glass panes to look nice. Anyways, I'm gonna finish it up and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright, there we go. That's what it looked like, basically. Well, almost exactly, minus a bed right here, and no shulker box. Yeah, this is almost exactly what it looked like. I kinda like the look of it. No, obviously there's a torch, but I don't feel like putting that on right now, basically. Yeah, this is what my house looked like, and it's honestly pretty cozy. It was the first thing I ever built when I moved from my old house, which was made entirely of copper, and it was taking a lot of resources for the early game to try to wax everything, because bees do not produce a lot unless you have a ton of them. So yeah, I've kind of enjoyed this place so far, and it's looked nice. It's a nice cozy house, and I like to keep it as one of my mainstays in most of my worlds. It's a unique building that I have all the time. It looks nice, and it does the job well. It's also pretty quick to build too. If it weren't for the fact I didn't have a axe, you know, because I think I left that at home again for the 30th time. But yeah, now I got this station. Now, next station, I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be, because I'm not sure of the biomes exactly over here yet, because I kind of just flew over them when I was going to the Badlands to get gold and stuff, because, you know, I need gold there to make powered rails. But yeah, I will meet you guys once I get back there, and hopefully it shouldn't take too long to get to the next biome that's interesting, and I'll meet you. Alright, so I might have to head home since I've run out of resources, so yeah. It's gonna be faster by Elytra, but for the most part I'm gonna be using this rail once it's completed. Yeah. Because I don't have any more powered rails. I have a bunch of regular rails, but not enough powered rails to go all the way. So, yeah. I've already used like 3 stacks of gold. No, like 5 stacks of gold on this project already. And almost a stack of iron blocks on this, probably at this point. So yeah, there's a lot of resources to get and a lot more to go. Because it's roughly at, I think, it's at like 1000x or something. And almost 0 on the z-axis, if I'm correct, which is the third number. X is the first number, Z is the third number. The second number is just height, which isn't generally that useful for travel most of the time, unless you're in the nether. But yeah, see, we're already home by the time I've finished my spiel, so let's head on in and see what we've got. Doesn't look like I have anything, so it looks like I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of mining. Last time I did that, though, I did die, but it was because I was understocked on resources and my elytra was gonna break soon anyways, so yeah. Let's take the railway to get closer to where we need to go. This is where my new home's gonna be, because I like this spot. It's on a nice flat plateau right there, and it'll be a ton of space to build. And best of all, it's in a badlands, which has tons of gold. And best of all, the most important one of all, no snow. And everybody loves no snow, unless you like snow. But, I'm sorry to say it, but I don't like snow. You can have your own opinions, though. Anyways, to the mining. Fun fact for everybody, dripstone caves override the gold generation in Badlands, which kinda sucks actually. I was hoping I could go get more gold here, but there's a dripstone caves overriding it, so not a whole lot I can do, but there is a section in the Badlands that has, oh, there's some gold right here, I guess. But the dripstone caves do override it, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be finding any gold in there. I checked another dripstone cave, and the same case has gone to there, so yeah. Gold is like everywhere, but like right here, there won't be any caves, so bunches of gold. Look at the loot I just got from the Badlands, my friends. And yes, I got this copper too. Copper is too common sometimes, but it is used as a building block far more than gold is. But anyways, it's time for everybody's favorite thing on this channel, a montage. So let's get straight into that, shall we? But first, I do need to travel to the location, so I'll meet you guys there. Ah, there's a spider in my way. Better take this guy out. This looks like a pretty good place to set up a station, because, well, it's night and I need somewhere to stay for the night, I guess. Not really, but come on, it's just for fun. And besides, if I ever need to sleep because of phantoms, which are genuinely dangerous, I can always have a place to stay. We'll have this right there. We'll place down this. How am I already out of inventory space? Alright, we'll need a button, which we can get rid of this rotten flesh for, and we can place it right down there. This house is looking pretty nice, actually. I mean, it's got a table, it's got a nice little design, and it uses the blocks from the biome. It uses the slightly rare block and the more common block here. And the entrance kind of looks like a face if you look at it hard enough, because these are the eyes. And yeah, maybe you can't unsee it now, but I don't know. Yeah, so this is probably one of the nicest looking small houses I've ever built in Minecraft, if I do say so myself. It's going to be a nice little train station too. So yeah. There will eventually be a bed here once I decide to do that whenever. But yeah, I'm going to work a bit more, and once I've made it to the regular forest, which is going to be in a little while, and get a bit more redstone because I'm running out. I shall do that towards the end, I think. But yeah, so head out over here, and I will meet you guys back up soon enough. Hopefully. Alright, so I've gotten a little bit done since last time I checked up. I've made a little bit of a ring, making the way from the cold biomes all the way to the temperate biomes / warm biomes. I think I'll make another one when I get to the savannah. If I actually intersect that, I'm not 100% sure. You can all see what's ahead in the future. I've kind of got it planned out through chunk base a little bit, so I know kind of what biomes are up ahead in the future. I've made a bridge, which has the standard supports, and this is generally what my bridges look like for the most part. Nice and simple, but gets the job done and looks kind of nice while doing it. And yeah, so I still get a lot of railroad to make, but it's going to look really nice in the end. So, well, I guess the railroad's not going to look nice, but it's going to feel satisfying and complete. Well, now on to meeting you back when I make it to the savannah. I don't know if I'm going to make a train station around here necessarily, but I could. I'll let you guys know if I do, though. So see you guys when I get back. Fun little trick you can do with large flowers in Bedrock Edition. Just use some fortune on it, and sometimes it might drop more than one. You see, like right there. It's not as powerful as it used to be, but boy oh boy is it kinda ridiculous, and is actually probably the best way to get infinite dye in the game. I mean, I guess I'm revealing this, so it's gonna be patched maybe. I think it's a bug, but it's really fun to do, and flowers really aren't that powerful to do much with. I mean, look at this is basically infinite magenta dye, which actually you don't get very often. So yeah, I'm going to keep building, but there's a fun tip if you ever needed it. And continuing onward through probably oh my gosh, I have to go through several trees just to get through this place. Anyways, I'll see you guys back when I've made a station. Introducing the log cabin. It's my next little station, and I'm kind of proud of it. I'm going to actually call it the log cabin castle, because it has like those little juts that you see in castles all the time. It looks kind of nice, if I do say so myself. I mean, I don't know if this creeper says the same, but not everybody's opinion is correct. Especially if you're a creeper, but otherwise I think your opinion is correct. Even if you dislike it. Anyways, so, oh, I thought a creeper spawned in there, but I just haven't put a floor in yet, have I? Oh no. You need to get out of there, Dodjo, because dogs get attacked by skeletons. You're not taking out my dog again this time, skeleton. But yeah, otherwise, this house is pretty much complete. It just need to get itself in a bit of flooring, so why don't I use some oak logs to add a little bit of texture and variety. Which is not really texture, it's just color, but shh, I want to feel special, like I know how to texture things. So just give me this moment, shall you? Oh yeah, and if you're enjoying the video so far, consider being like or even subscribing. It helps the channel quite a bit. And I always enjoy comments from you guys too, so don't feel afraid to comment down below as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to continue going down, and this is probably the second to last station for the new base. I might consider living in any one of these places actually, because they're all pretty nice looking. And they ended up turning out pretty well actually. But yeah, let's continue work on this stuff, shall we? A creeper snuck up behind me while I was just trying to finish up the railway. I'm just 300 blocks away. Around 400 blocks away, not 300. Are you kidding me? A baby zombie? Well, that sucks my hunger down, and I'm gonna have none left. But I mean, I'm almost 500 blocks away from where I died. But luckily, I have this railway leading right there. But boy, oh boy, is it gonna take a little bit of time. Oh yeah, I guess this is the first time you guys might have seen my skin, because I've worn armor the entire time, actually, for the most part. So here's a nice good look at my skin. Oh, you can see the back too if you want. And there you go. I guess that's a skin reveal, sort of, minus my face. Anyways, onward. Hey guys, I was just mining straight down and I ended up finding some diamonds. Yes, I mined straight down. What do you expect? I mean, I'm trying to get some redstone, and the best way to do that is to mine straight down, obviously. See how much of a giga chat I am right now? I'm just going down here, and I find some diamonds just because I wanted redstone. Let's go. Oh, I'm mining it with efficiency 5. Hold up, I want my fortune pickaxe. Well, that's only slightly unfortunate. Yo, it's a 12er. Oh my gosh, this is a huge vein of diamonds. Just look at that, guys. 28 diamonds in one thing, and I could have gotten more if I was extra smart. Anyways, let's continue digging down, and I'll go get my redstone, I guess. More diamonds, I guess. I mean, I'll take it. And I find an iron ore vein, just because, even though I'm probably never going to use this. Actually, wait. This might be kind of useful, because I think I might need a few more rails, so I just head back over here. See, mining straight down is the greatest, everybody. Just see from my experiences. I haven't even taken a single bit of damage, as you can see. So let's go. Yes, mining straight down is the best strategy to going down and finding diamonds. I mean, look how much I got. You see? I just... Okay, that was just funny. Okay, I will continue going looking for resources, but in the meantime, just why don't you grab yourself a snack? I think you deserve it, everybody. And comment down below what your favorite moment in this video is. I'd appreciate it. Look it, guys, there's pillagers in a tree. They can't see anything, they don't feel anything. Wait, let's anger them really quick. See, they can't do anything. They want to shoot me, but they'll just shoot themselves if they do. They're just stuck in the leaves, and I'd love to keep them there if I could name tag them, but they'll just despawn, so... RIP pillagers in a tree that could have stayed there for years to come. They could have just been right there doing absolutely nothing. It would have been pretty funny. You know what? Let's see if they will stay there. I don't know. I can't put them in a boat. That doesn't work on bed repetition. They'll still despawn anyways. Just some funny things you see while traveling along the trail. Anyways, continuing the railroad. Alright, well, I've got another place, but there's not really going to be an outpost here since it kind of got into a weird position with the place here. This is a railroad going all the way to 0-0. Eventually I'll make it, but for now, I think I'll just head down to the Badlands, which is roughly over there. Probably like a couple more 100 blocks. I'm not exactly sure 100%. But yeah, I am almost finished with the railroad. I just built this bridge, which you can see from here, and I can just jump in. And it still looks pretty nice, honestly. Just got a little bit more to go, and should be done in no time. So, why don't we get to the grind now, shall we? And continue finishing it out until it's done. Yo, look at my army of dogs now. They don't like teleporting on ice when I'm in a minecart, which is probably a bug, honestly, but whatever. Anyways, I now have an army of dogs. After several have died, they have repopulated by me just giving some random wolf's bones. Alright, but let's head on down because I need to re-smelt even more supplies because if that wasn't already enough, I probably shouldn't have built over this river probably because there's a lot of ice. Oh wait, hold up. Yes, take them out. Yes, take out the polar bear. Nothing can withstand my army of dogs. I will make even more until it gets very slightly laggy. And then I will make even more. Because why not? Anyways, I am almost finished though. Once I get it done though, I will show you guys. So I'm gonna show you the grand reveal in 3, 2, 1. So I finally finished the minecart track. Oh, it's a little bit slow when you get in, but I feel like that adds to the atmosphere of it. Woo! And then the dogs are all gonna stay here for the time being. I'm gonna have to think of a design for the train house, or I guess the cart house. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah. So, as you can see right here, we have a beautiful vista. My render distance is down a little bit so that way I can actually run OBS while doing this. But that's besides the point. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Again, if you've enjoyed this video so far, consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing. And I hope you all have an excellent day. See you all in the next one. Goodbye!